Hello fellow Stitchers, I am back after a 10-month hiatus. I decided I'd try doing this whole video thing one more time. See if maybe I can get one a month done if I get any stitching to really show off. I really just need to make time to stitch. I enjoy doing it, by the time I'm done with work, I am just exhausted it seems like, and not in the mood to stitch. And just sit in bed and watch TV, so it's kind of like, I could do something better with my time than watch TV and do nothing. So, means I decided to start anew. I am going to start with all my current whips that I have going on. So I kind of have a starting point of where I am. I'll try to explain any details with the whip if I know any details about it. But some of them are so old, I couldn't tell you when I started them. A lot of them I couldn't tell you when I started them, to be honest. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. I will start off with some that I know when I started them, or roughly know when I started them. I will start off with Stitchmania last year, of what little I did take part in. So I don't remember the order. I have it written down. I just didn't grab the information for that. But we'll get started. Some of them are small. Some of them are a little bit bigger. But we'll just get started and go from there. The first one that I remember from doing it for Stitch Mania was the Owlet Ornaments. I started this one, which they call Heart Huey. And I only worked on it one day for the whole Stitch Mania. A lot of you know how Stitch Mania works, where you start a new start every day for the first 15 days, or it really depends on how you want to do it. But these ornaments are very simple and easy, and this is how far I got. It's actually further than what I remember I got with it. So you can see I got a fairly good start on it. I haven't had any chance to really work on it since Stitch Mania, so that's it. The next one is another owl ornament. This one is called Tango. This is what it'll look like once it's finished. I had a theme kind of going on with Stitch Mania this past year, where when looking at a lot of mine ended up being kits that I started, I had a lot of owls, and I still kind of have a thing for owls in that, but I started a lot of my owls that I had going on, and I still was getting. This one I didn't get as far on as I did with the other one. This is as far as I gotten on it, so it looks like a little bit of its chest, as you can see. Okay. Continuing on with Stitch Mania and the owl theme, I have another little one. This little owl. Some of the reason why I did so many small starts for Stitch Mania was I was trying to think of something I can maybe get somewhere far with when working on it. I feel like I accomplished something because of working that. I work like 9-hour days, 5 days a week, and I was going to have my bigger projects be started on the weekends. This is as far as I got. It kind of washes out, but you can see this is just basically the belly of the owl. Okay, my next one, well, yet again another owl. We're almost through all the owls. This one was Emma. This is what should look like once I get it done. And this is as far as I got. This is done on yellow perforated paper. All of the ones that are like this are on perforated paper. Different colors, but this one's yellow. So here you can see what it would look like. And for the last owl in the whole Stitch Mania, I No, there's one more besides this. My bad. It's Hootie. Some of these kits I've had for a while. I'm quite sure you could still get them if interested in starting them yourself. But these are this Mill Hill B kits. And this is as far as I gotten on Hootie. This is on perforated paper again. As you can see, I got some of his stomach, and it looks like I was getting his head started a little bit. Let's say what size the paper is. Okay, I'll just jump to my last owl one, so you guys can, if you're sick of owls, I will have more else to show. The other one is another Mill Hill B kit. This one's called Night Owl. I had this one in my stash forever, and I finally I am going to work on this. So I started it for Stitch Mania, just like all the others. It's on perforated paper also. And that's the... that's as far as I got. I'm not trying to remember to have something in the back, so I can really see it better. Okay, that completes all the owls for Stitch Mania. But not complete Stitch Mania. I ended up doing tried to do 15 days, I didn't do all 15 days. The next one that I started, I got a bunch of these Say It's by Dimensions kits. The glass is always full, half air, half water. Thought it was funny. This one, if I remember right, I didn't really get very far with this one either. I didn't get very far with any of these Stitch Mania. And all these are just basically one day's worth of work that I did on them. I got the WA. And this is on a 14 count Aida. White Aida. That's what this one's on. The next one that I started is a Clouds Factory. I actually have a printout of what it would look like once it's completed. And I have got these little handy little things just like Jessa Marie. I stole the idea from her. Cloud Factory, We Are All Mad. Here. This is what it'll look like once completed. As you'll see later on through this video, I have other Alice in Wonderland ones started. I kind of became obsessed with Alice in Wonderland. Not a whole lot, but just a little. This is done on 28 count even weave cotton candy or something like that. I lost a thing for it, but this is as far as I got. I got the Mad Hatter basically done. I did get a few days work done on this because I really enjoyed doing this one, and I was like, I want to get the Mad Hatter done. I haven't done the little bit of back stitching that's done for him, but I did get him completed. And as you can see, it's kind of a sky blue looking thing. The next one, this is the only one I know exact date that I started on, because May 4th, Star Wars Day, so I started Darth Vader, Come to the Dark Side, They Have Cookies. I thought this was a hilarious little stitch. Didn't get very far on this one. Doing it on 18 count Aida. So I think that's another reason why I didn't get very far. 18 count Aida just takes a while to do. And that's as far as I got. I don't know if that's... I'm not quite sure which way. I think that's his hand. I think it made it like this. And then the last one that I started for Stitch Mania was Another Bad Hair Day. This is Joan Elliott. Um, this was a change of plans part one. It wasn't originally in the original what I was going to do, but then I changed it. This is what it looked like when it's completely done. Just a big shaggy dog in the wind. And I know with this one I didn't get very far with it either. And I don't even know if you're going to really be able to see this just by looking at it. On what is this one? 14 count Ada, and you can see just the very little bit of gray that I had started. I only got like 1 day's worth of work on it, and I really hadn't worked much more on Stitch Mania stuff. I'll probably, this year's Stitch Mania, I'll probably look at my little calendar that I had and coordinate them with the days I started them. Okay. Next thing that I have, I'll just stick with this little pile I have over here. I have like a lot to go through. This is one I started last January on a trip that I took. Just a little mouse with following bee. It was small, so it was like this would be perfect to take on the plane and that. This is where I got. This is done on 14 count Ada. And that's that one. It's easy enough. I just need to. A lot of these little ones I just need to pick back up and I can get them done probably fairly quickly. This next one I ended up. I can't remember if I picked it up at the Goodwill or if I bought it off of eBay. There for a little while I was on this kick of getting previously started cross stitches, and I thought the idea of finishing someone else's work, two people's work together, was kind of cool. So I picked up way too many probably, but picked up this one. I have personally not done any work on this one myself, so all that you see on this has been done by someone else. I don't know who the person is, because like I said, I either got it at Goodwill or I got it off of eBay, and it didn't say who the person was. But this is as far as it has gotten. The more I think about it, I think I got this out of Goodwill, because I saw it and I thought my mom would enjoy it, because of the Amish. She likes Amish stuff. So I picked that up and was like, oh, that would work as a gift to finish for my mom, which someday. This is another one that I had picked up. This one I know I got off of eBay. It's a very simple one. It's just some sheep in the pasture. This one I had done a lot of work on personally myself with. I don't remember exactly where it was, who started it before I took over. But this is just on 14 count Ada. Kind of an off-white Ada. I don't know if it's because it's old or what, but this is as far as I've gotten. So I'm fairly close with this one. I know when I was doing this one, I was just going by colors. Like, I would do all of the dark medium green, I guess, and I'd just move on and switch colors that way. And I was enjoying it. I just hadn't picked it back up. I'd say 90% of my whips or so, I've enjoyed all the ones. There's been one or two that I've been like, nope, don't like it, and shoot off this side. This next one, you know what, let's just stick with, I think I have one more. Nope. I have three more. I'm just going to stick with the theme of ones I purchased already started. This is an older kit. I don't know if they make this anymore, and I ended up purchasing this one because I had it once before, and then I got rid of it, and then I was like, why did I get rid of it? Well, I know why, and it's a long story, I'm not going to go into it, but, Santa sleigh stocking. This is one that was already started. I had it, like I said, a long time ago, and I think I was about where they are with this one. I haven't worked any personally on this one myself, so that's where it is. It's on a blue Aida, 14 count Daisy Aida. And the original one that I had that I started was about in the same place as what this one is. So I saw that. I got this off of eBay. I'm like, that's perfect. It works. This kit brand new, they wanted way too much for, and I was able to get this for like maybe $20. Means that it was started, and I'm like, I'm not going to pay $75 or whatever that people were wanting for it, because I think it's an out of print one. So I'm like, you know what, I'll just do a previously started one. Right over there. Okay, this one here I know I got from the Goodwill, or in this case, Value Village. This was another one where I picked it up, I saw it, reminded me of my mom, so I thought she'd like it. This is what it would look like when it's done. I don't know who this is by, but it looks like it's called Prairie Flower. Prairie Flower, designed by Sally Long, looks like. So, and it's from a 1992 pattern. I don't know what this is. I never researched it. I know by looking at it I can tell you it's Aida, but as for the color or anything like that, or the count, I couldn't tell you. And very, very little of it has been completed. Didn't realize this little bit was really what was completed. But that's what's done. Hard to see because it's on brown, but I thought, and I paid $1.99 for it, is what it's saying on the thing, so I'm quite sure that's what I paid for it. And I saw it and I was like, oh, okay. And this is one I was in the whole previously started kit thing also, so yeah. Another one that I purchased that was previously started that I hadn't worked any on it myself, so. And this is the last one I previously started that I haven't done any on it myself. I just thought this was cute. It's Schoolroom Samplings. It's just a little Santa Claus. Christmassy. I don't know what this is being stitched on, because it's saying 27 count antique tan linen was what they recommended, but this is one that someone else started. Looks like it's Aida, and it is very, very small. By the looks of it, I'd say it's probably 18 count, but don't quote me on it. Because I couldn't tell you. But that's where that one is. It's another one I picked up that was previously started, and I haven't done anything with it myself. I just liked it's a pattern, so I was like, I want to buy it. not, I don't really pick up previously stored ones anymore. I'm kind of out of that phase. I still have the ones that I have, but that's about it. Okay. Back to the others. You'll kind of see a theme, some of this stuff. I guess I'm a mommy's boy. Because this is another one I was going to do for my mom. This comes out of Cross Stitch, Just Cross Stitch magazine. I started this on 25 count Lugana. I started this one here, Girl Holding Flowers. I'm thinking of trying to combine 2 or 3 of these all together onto this one. And I'm doing this 2/2. And this is as far as I've gotten with it so far. I am happy with it. I think it's turning out great. This is one of the first times I've tried sewing on, or stitching on, something other than Aida. One of the first, one at a time, and I just got frustrated, so this is actually the best I've gotten. And this is to show you the size of it. I think I can hopefully get 1 or 2 more added. I'm going to see about maybe trying to add the girl in the tree around in this area and that, so we'll see what happens with this one. It's going to be kind of a trial by error with it in the end, because I don't know, I may be off with trying to figure out what my margins are going to be, or any of that with it, so it will be interesting. Okay. My next one, let's just go with ones that I don't have a design pattern for right now. At one time, I was going to do this whole 12 months cupcake thing. Only when I got, and this isn't, completely done, I think this is some back stitching or something I need to finish with it, but I got January. I got the threads for February. I started this over a year ago, and I got bored with it. It is on 18? No. It's probably 16 count Aida. And I thought it'd probably all hopefully fit if I did my calculations right, which I don't know if I did or not. One of these days I will work on it some more. It was a free pattern I got offline. I don't even remember who the designer was for it. This is one that I've had for over 2 years. I think I may have mentioned it in a previous. I had the pattern on my computer, but I never printed it off since. This I think was my very, very first time of trying on even weave. I think this was 28 count. This was Halloween Town by Pumpkin Stitching, something like that. As you can see, it's not like I measured right. I'm still fairly new, so I don't know if I measured right. But as you can see, I only got a little bit of the pumpkin done. And that was it. Didn't turn out too bad. I could see a little bit of mistakes with it, but I'll probably just end up restarting that one from scratch again. This one I started last year around January time frame. It is the Snowflower Diaries. She released a new one every month all of last year, using gas threads. So, it was a freebie, so if you kind of see the pattern, I don't care too much, but here is, I think I have all the months here, I'm not sure. With this one, I tried to keep up. I'm horrible with trying to keep up with stitch-alongs. I still want to do this one. She released, at the end of last year, beginning of this year, a whole border for around it that I'm hoping I have enough room around the sides for. I talked to someone else who did it, and I measured at 3 inches, and she said it'll take about 2, so I'll leave about an inch-ish. But, this one I'm doing on 28 count Lagana, called Toasted Almond by Hand Dyed Fabrics by Stephanie. I haven't gotten very, very far with it. I have way too much fabric. I can tell you that much. I so mismeasured on this one. January's block, I had the outline all completely done. February, March, April, May. I had June, but I realized I had enough where I can put 4 across instead of 3 across. So I took out it and moved it over here. So that's why you see a break, and then you don't see anything more, because that's all I got. I still want to finish it. I still think that this pattern is adorable, and I enjoyed working on it. The specialty threads are great. I'm not going to dig them out. But, it's just a little tedious because it's variegated specialty threads, so you have to do each stitch by itself. You can't go across and go back type situation with it. So, maybe this year I'll try to get all the blocks done, and then next year I'll actually try to get the inside part of the blocks all done. Here is another stitch along that I enjoyed doing it. I just this is the Schitt's Creek Manners one. I can't show you the design because you paid for it. Some of the problem I had with this one is when you worked it, there'd be partials of stuff done, and so you'd have to wait for next month, and that kind of annoyed me, so I just set it aside. I still like this sample pattern type stuff, but this is as far as I got. I think I got the first, I think I do this every 2 weeks, part done. The fabric is 28 count even weave that I picked up from the store, and I hand dyed it myself. So it's my own creation. I like the way it turned out. It's kind of oranges, browns-ish. I think it's turning out okay so far. I saw someone doing it on black, and I thought that looked so good. But I'm not going to restart this to do it on a different color. I'm just going to stick with this. As you can see here, I may outline these fish up here some, because they kind of blend in with the fabric. But I don't have a picture. I don't even know if they've released a picture of what it looks like for each part or whatever. If you go on Facebook, on they have their own site where you'll see everyone's progress, and I know I've seen it on Stitch Mania's Facebook page also. People showing the progress on that, so you can see more of where it is. I am like very, very far behind. They're probably at least halfway through the thing, and I've only gotten maybe the first section of it done. This one is another. I don't have a design for it, but I will kind of show you the pattern because it was a free pattern off of Stitch Stitch. Sorry if I said the wrong one. It's just Mario Through the Ages. It's just a really long one. This one, I had started it for my birthday. It was my birthday start. I don't know. I know I got more than one day Stitch on it. It's on 18 count. Ada. Kind of the brown looking. I forget what they call it. This is how far I gotten. I'm happy with the results for the main part. I don't like the Mario part here. It's too peach color, and I think it should be more of a goldish color, so I'm gonna have to figure out something to do, but I'm so close to having the whole Mario thing, I'm not gonna unstitch it just to fix that. So, and this is like really stiff. I got this at Michael's, and it's very stiff Ada. So, and it's a good size piece. If my measurements are right, it will take up basically all of what you see, with very little space on the top and bottom, because I was trying to use up a piece of scrap. Because when I first bought it, I have another Mario one, which I'll show you here in just a second, that I was using it for also, and yeah. Okay, from here on out, yes, from here on out, I do have a copy, and with this one, I don't think they have, I don't remember seeing a picture of it, like what the whole thing looks like, not on the packaging book. From here on out, I have one that shows, I have a picture to go with what it would look like. Means with this on the Mario, I'll show you the other Mario. I think this one's called Mario Through the Ages or something. It just shows all the different Marios throughout Mario's history. This was another free one off of Sprite Stitch. I don't remember when I started this one. This one, I have it on frame, and I haven't taken off the frame. It's a full coverage piece. This is as far as I got. It's been turning out good. I'm happy with the way it's been turning out. It's just, I got bored with all of this brown right there. And like I said, it's a full coverage, so it's like, and I still had a lot, very, very much further to go, because I think it's like 2 pages across, and like 6 down or something, and right here is where I am on this one. Okay, my next one, this one I have been working on for quite a while. If I look, I have pictures of it from when I first started it on my phone. I just don't know when. It's called Beach Waltz. I know I showed this in some of my other videos. This is what it'll look like when I'm done. It's done on 14 count white Ada. This is a full coverage piece. I've gone fairly far with this one. I am happy with my results. I haven't had to take a whole lot of out. I know this is the bottom of there, and the top somewhere up here. I still haven't reached the very top. But this is where I've gotten on it, and I've been doing backstitching as I go because I wanted to see what parts of it looked like. I am very happy with how this is turning out. Very much enjoying it. Here's some of what the car would look like. As you can see, I got more to the dancing people done in the car. But this was, I think this may be my very first time of doing a full coverage. My start of a very full coverage piece. I don't think before this one I had ever done a full coverage. Here is, I don't know when I started it. When I started, I think I've shown this one before, Charlie Brown, Peanuts. I'm a fairly big Peanuts fan also. This is what it'll look like when it's done. I am fairly far on this one. This is on 14 count Ada. 14 count Ada. Got Charlie Brown's body for the main part done, or his shirt anyways. Don't really have much to say about it. It's been okay stitch. Just need to get back and finish it up. This one, I still like the pattern, or patterns. This is another one where I was going to kind of do my own monthly stitch along. The patterns are simple enough. The Calico Crossroad, Mini Cats. One for each month, from January to December. Here, nope. Here would be February. February, if I'm still doing the stitch along on my own with it. They do have this, these are no longer in print. There's also different, like each year she did a whole different style, so I just took ones that I liked, what I was able to get a hold of, and not spend an arm and a leg for. Here's March. I could go through the whole thing, but I'm not going to, because that would take too long, and I'm already at 36 minutes on this, so this is going to be a longer video. The reason why I stopped doing this one is I was doing this on 28 count even weave by MG Textiles, and I hated it. I don't like actually, now that I'm looking at it, it's not looking too bad. I don't know. I wasn't liking how the back stitching was going. I'm not a big fan of MG Textiles. If I do finish this on this one, because I was thinking of just starting another one, something more I like, but, and I think this is called Antique White or something. That's what I got. I almost got the full January month part done, which would have been this. As you can see, this one came out in 2006, and I was going to change the date on the hat to be for the year I was doing it. When I figured out, I think it will all fit on this one piece. But I don't know what I'm doing with this one. It's kind of a, what's that word when you're never going to get it done. But now that I'm looking at it, it's not looking as bad as I thought, so I don't know. Maybe I'll muddle through it, maybe I'll just start it on something else, probably something else, but that is in my list of whips. Okay. The next one is another Alice in Wonderland. I have 3 different Alice in Wonderlands. This will make second. The third one I'm a little iffy about doing, showing you guys, but I think I'm just going to do it, and I may get some backlash. If I do, I do. This was from the Disney catalog, so it is out of print. They no longer make this. I don't think I've even seen it on eBay. I'm a big eBayer where I'll look on eBay to find patterns and that. This is what the pattern will look like done. It was done on 16 count white Ada. It's a classic Alice in Wonderland from Disney. This one is kind of, I remember this one giving me fits when I was trying to sort all the thread out, because this is at the time when they would just throw all the thread in one big bundle, and you're like, okay, what color is this, what color is that, and it was a pain in the butt. This is as far as I gotten. Is a little bit of her dress, which I don't even know. I think it goes like that. But that's as far as I got. And with this one, I hadn't been marking the pattern. So I really don't know. That's gonna be fun to try to figure out. Oh well, I'll figure it out some other time of exactly where I am with it, but I don't know why I wasn't marking the pattern for this. I doubt I'll ever redo it. Maybe I'll think of reselling it or something after I finish my copy of it. I don't know. But that's up my Alice. Okay, I'll show you guys my other Alice, the one that I'm a little iffy about showing you guys. This is kind of a little dark, I guess is why I was iffy about showing it. It's called Horror Alice. This is what it would look like done. I liked it, or I still like it, because it kind of takes it from the side of where Alice has gone crazy herself. This is a full coverage piece. This is another one I got off of Sprite Stitches for free. Haven't gotten very far. This was my New Year, New Start for 2017. This is as far as I've gotten. A lot of browns on it. This is the bottom of the page, if I remember right. Of page 1. And it's like 12 pages, I think. But, doing it on 16 count Aida. I was going to do it on 18 count, but I wanted to try something a little bit bigger, something maybe would go faster, but this is 16 count white Aida. Nothing much more to really say about that one. Okay, my next one is another Clouds Factory. This one had taught me some more about myself, of how slow of a stitcher I really am. It's Clouds Factory Advent Calendar Sampler. I had the bright idea that I was going to do one square all the days, all the way up to 24, the day before Christmas, and get the complete square done. That did not happen at all. Not even close. I had so lost momentum on this piece, discouraged, almost right after that, because of where I got. This is being done on 28 count even weave. I don't remember the name of the brand, but much more enjoyable than the MG Textile that I had. I just got it from my local craft store. As you can see, this is where I gotten, even on my very first day, I didn't get one finished. I got day 2 finished, but right out the gate I was behind on what I was hoping to do. There is one more block that would go right here that's long, and then I just started kind of doing all the squares. And this one, now I'll just set up this side over here. I have to put that in its tube. I lied. I had one more that I don't have a pattern for, but I figured, I'm quite sure you all have seen this one all over Stitch Mania, all Stitch for Fun, all over Facebook. This is the Ingleside Imaginarium's Birthstone Dragons. I am behind on this one also. This is probably what I'm going to work on today after I'm done with this video. Is the Garnet Dragon. I've gotten pretty good far on it. I'm happy with my progress. This is being done on 32 count Belfast Ancient by Picture This Plus. I don't like Belfast. I've had a little bit of problems with this fabric, but I'm loving how it's coming out, and I love this fabric. It's looking great with the border and everything, so I think it's going to be great. I saw this on eBay and I was like, oh, that'd be perfect for the stitch along. I think I measured out right where it all fits. As soon as I get this January's done, I'll do this month, which is Amethyst. And then I'll work on down of the border to make sure I have measured right for this. This one, I'm almost through all mine, and I'm at 45 minutes. Dang. It is a very old one of mine. I got this in the early 2000s. Picked it up, thought it was cute. I worked a little bit on it. Not very far. This is what it'll look like when it's done. It's being done on 14 count light blue Aida. I just need to pick this one back up and just do it. That's really what I need to do. And I have a few stains it looks like on this. So that's where I am. Got basically the female elf dress almost done. Definitely need to wash this. It says that they've used DMC thread with this, so being able to wash it shouldn't be a problem. Try to get the dirt and spots out. I just need to pick it back up and work on it. But this is one of my oldest, if not my oldest, whip. That's been at least 10 years started. But I like it, so I'm keeping it, and one day I'll finish it. My next one is a Peanuts one again. This one I started around Halloween, for October, for Halloween. Happy Halloween. Got this off of eBay. A few things that annoy me about this one is Linus's head looks deformed to me. Charlie Brown's shirt is blue when it should be yellow. Lucy's shirt is yellow when it should be blue. I was like, whoever designed this one messed up. This is being done on 14 count white Aida. I've gotten a fair decent start on it. As you can see, I got Lucy done, except for her pumpkin that she's sitting behind. And of course I changed her to wearing blue instead of yellow, because she don't wear yellow. Blue is her traditional color. I got discouraged with this because somewhere I kind of messed up with her hand, because it does half cross stitches or quarter or whatever, and trying to figure out with that kind of got aggravating. So I'm probably just going to do what I can with it and call it good. And then I was trying to figure out, I was going to go down and start working on Linus and trying to figure out the way to make Linus' head not look deformed has aggravated me. So I just have thrown it in the pile of I'll work on it later. It's not a one that's not going to ever get done. I definitely want to finish it. It's just later. This next one is my one and only Heaven and Earth that I have started. I have a few more that I want to work on. Yeah. This one I picked up because it was a stitch along, and it was, at the time, it was being given for free. It was in remembrance of, I forget the name of that lion, who was killed over in like Africa. He was an endangered species. It was a big thing at the time, and the hunter just did it because he could, basically. And he was like a dentist or something. Here's what it looked like. Sorry, it's not in color. This is all like blues and that. Blues and purples. I found out these themes that I have are a little too small for Hades, so I need to figure something else out for Hades. And this is really stiff 18 count Ada, and that's as far as I got. Not very far. This chunk of the first page done. I don't even know if I have this cut down to the size. I don't think I do. I don't think I do. For what it'd be. But that's my one Heaven and Earth that I have started. I have another one that I want to start. I have all the material for it. To at least get it started, I'm probably going to have to pick up more thread. And I want to do that one on 25 count. Lagana 1/1 is what I'm going to do. My next one is, I got a lot of these Disney Dreams collections. Not a lot of them started, but I got a lot of them. I have the Christopher Robin and Winnie the Pooh. I think I've shown this one on this before. 16 count Ada. I've gotten fairly far with this one. I basically have Winnie the Pooh and Christopher Robin completed. I just need to pick it back up. It's turning out fairly good overall. Looks a little off if you look up close. I think backstitching will help with it, but I'm happy with it. It's been a fun stitch. Just need to do it. This one I picked up. I'm pretty sure I've shown this one on here before too. This is this little Halloween one. Got it at Hobby Lobby when I was down in Mississippi for training with the military. It's just so boring. And then the pattern on the back is just, it's a colored pattern and it's horrible. And that's been done on 16 count Ada, I think. Yeah, 16 count. And that's what I got. Working along the top. And then there's going to be a lot of black. Since black is the dominant color in this one. This is my second oldest one. This one I was doing for my grandma. She's still alive. I just haven't been working on this for years and years and years. It's a Dimensions Gold Petite collection. She likes butterflies. I thought it was pretty with the quilt and the butterflies. The thread is all, I don't know. I probably need to sit down and really sort out the thread. It's going to be a nightmare. And this is where I am with it. No backstitching done. But I'm happy with it. turned out pretty good so far. Someday I'll get it done. And I think I'm on my very last one. This is my last one. Peanuts, orange, had to get it. I think it was Dina's Bags or something off of eBay, not eBay, off of Facebook. Sorry, I don't remember. My bad. This is a long dog sample. Paragon Sound. This is what it'll look like when it's done. I am loving this. Here's the thread. It's called Trick or Treat by Threadworks. Just oranges, kind of peaches. And this one is being done on 32 count. .32 count Lagana dark cobble. Haven't worked on this one for a while, but that's what I gotten. That helps. Yes, that does. Just doing it all in that one thread, but as you can see, it kind of gives the variegated color working with it. If you guys are a member of Stitch Mania, you probably have seen me post this on there. Bottom of the page, one there. I just need to pick it back up. I've enjoyed working on this, doing this 1/1, if I haven't said already. Really enjoying it. Very happy with how it's been turning out. I love how the orange shows up on the dark brown. So that is it. That is all of my current whips that I have started. Hope you enjoyed this list, and like I said at the beginning, I'm going to try to start doing these once a month and see how far I can get. And we'll call it good. Thank you again for watching.